Let me tell you something about fear. Not the shallow fear of shadows, not the simple fear of darkness, but the bone-deep terror that haunts those who broke others when they realize what they've created. You see, they never understood the alchemy of breaking someone, the transformation that occurs when you shatter a soul and leave it to forge itself from its own fragments. They thought broken meant ruined, thought shattered meant ended, thought destroyed meant defeated. Such arrogant presumption, such catastrophic miscalculation, such magnificent failure. Because here's what happens. When you break someone, you force them to rebuild themselves from their own ashes, with their own fire, through their own rebirth. And what emerges? Something that understands pain intimately, something that knows destruction personally, something that comprehends darkness completely. They fear the ones they broke, because broken things learn. Every weakness in the breaking, every flaw in the fracture, every vulnerability in the wound. Watch their confidence crumble when they face someone who's already survived their worst, who's already endured their cruelty, who's already transcended their power. You see, breaking someone doesn't just create a victim, it forges a scholar of suffering, a master of endurance, a conqueror of pain. Every scar they carved became a lesson in their limitations. Every wound they inflicted became a study in their weaknesses. Every break they caused became knowledge of their downfall. They fear the ones they broke, because broken things don't break the way they used to, don't shatter the way they should, don't fall the way they once did. Instead, they break like warriors, shatter like conquerors, fall like legends. Every attempt to destroy them just adds another layer of steel. Every try at crushing them just forges another edge of iron. Every effort at ruining them just crafts another shield of adamant. Watch terror dawn in their eyes when they realize what they've done, created something beyond their control, forged something beyond their power, built something beyond their comprehension. Because the ones they broke, they've earned their doctorate in darkness, mastered their philosophy of pain, perfected their architecture of survival. They fear the ones they broke, because broken things remember. Every technique used to break them, every strategy employed to shatter them, every tactic used to destroy them, and they've improved upon them all. See how they tremble now, facing their own methods, refined by those they taught through torment, perfected by those they educated through agony, mastered by those they instructed through injury. They fear the ones they broke, because broken things understand the exact pressure points of breaking, the precise angles of shattering, the perfect force of destruction, and they've learned to weaponize their own broken pieces, their own shattered fragments, their own destroyed parts. Watch how the hunters become prey when they face those who learned to turn wounds into wisdom, to forge scars into strategy, to transform breaks into battle plans. They fear the ones they broke, because broken things know that survival isn't about being stronger. It's about being smarter. That victory isn't about being tougher. It's about being wiser. That triumph isn't about being harder. It's about being cleverer. Every broken piece becomes a blade. Every shattered fragment becomes a shield. Every destroyed part becomes a weapon. They fear the ones they broke, because broken things have nothing left to lose, nothing left to fear, nothing left to surrender, and everything to reclaim, everything to avenge, everything to conquer. Watch how their arrogance shatters when they realize their greatest mistake, teaching their victims the exact science of breaking, the precise art of destruction, the perfect method of ruin. They fear the ones they broke, because broken things don't fight like others, don't battle like the whole, don't war like the unbroken. They fight with the cunning of the shattered, battle with the wisdom of the broken, war with the knowledge of the destroyed. Every strike calculated from experience, every move measured from memory, every attack crafted from agony. They fear the ones they broke, because broken things understand that true power isn't in the breaking, it's in the rebuilding. That true strength isn't in the destroying, it's in the reconstructing. That true victory isn't in the shattering, it's in the reforming. Watch how their power crumbles before those who learned to turn devastation into strategy, to transform destruction into doctrine, to convert ruin into methodology. They fear the ones they broke, because broken things carry within them the ultimate weapon, the intimate knowledge of both breaking and becoming, of both destruction and creation, of both ending and beginning. And they've mastered them all. See the terror in their eyes when they realize what they've created. Not victims to be pitied, but warriors to be feared. Not casualties to be counted, but conquerors to be dreaded. Not broken things to be discarded, but forces to be reckoned with. They fear the ones they broke, because broken things remember every moment of their breaking, every second of their shattering, every instant of their destruction, and they've turned each memory into a tactical advantage, into a strategic asset, into a weapon of precision. Watch how the mighty fall before those who learned that being broken isn't weakness, it's tactical expertise. That being shattered isn't defeat, it's strategic knowledge. That being destroyed isn't ending, it's battlefield wisdom. They fear the ones they broke, because broken things know that survival isn't just about enduring, it's about evolving. That victory isn't just about lasting, it's about learning. That triumph isn't just about continuing, it's about conquering. And they've become masters of all these arts, of all these sciences, of all these truths. Let them fear, let them tremble, let them dread. Because the ones they broke, they're not just survivors anymore. They're strategists, not just victims anymore. They're tacticians, not just broken things anymore. They're war generals. In the battlefield of existence, they've earned their rank through blood and bone, through tears and trials, through breaks and betrayals. This is why they fear the ones they broke, because in breaking them, they created something far more dangerous than they ever intended. Warriors who learned to turn their breaks into blueprints, their scars into strategies, their wounds into wisdom. And that's just the beginning of why they should fear the ones they broke. They fear the ones they broke because broken things comprehend something the unbroken never will. That true invincibility doesn't come from being unbreakable. It comes from mastering the art of resurrection. Watch how their empire crumbles before those who've learned to forge strength from fragments, to build power from pieces, to create empires from ashes. Every broken warrior carries a different kind of dangerous, a unique form of lethal, a personal brand of deadly, until those who broke them find themselves surrounded by an army of tacticians they never meant to train, by a force of strategists they never meant to create, by a legion of warriors they never meant to forge. This is their downfall, not by the strength of the whole, but by the wisdom of the broken, not by the power of the intact, but by the cunning of the shattered, not by the might of the unbroken, but by the strategy of the destroyed. Let them tremble before what their cruelty created, what their violence shaped, what their brutality formed, because the ones they broke, they're just getting started.